Well, let's maybe not start this here. Let's take this back a little. Maybe a little more. Much better. It all kind of started here. Eurofreestyle 2019. Probably the biggest, best organized and most freezing freestyle contest I've ever been to in the recent history of the sport. And honor of being the first competitor to skate and in the Industrial Museum in Brandenburg, Germany, where it all happened. So yeah, I was excited and managed to hold it all together in my run. Mind you, this was my second freestyle contest ever, and I've been skating, doing this for 10 years. All in all, I still kind of felt disappointed in myself, and I could tell actually that everybody expected better of me, and I knew I could do better. So what wasn't so fun was that I kind of felt that, and it's not a fun feeling when you get stuck at number 2 on your back, but you know you could do better. And at that time, honestly, I felt like that more than one way. So after that, I got home and reintegrated and skated as much as I could, and then COVID appeared. So the next year, I want to do better, and a freestyle event that should have been like a no-brainer to happen, and it wasn't as much of a sure thing anymore. And so I started preparing, skating more, and all that, and obviously I booked my flight in advance. Everything was going great despite COVID and whatnot. So unfortunately, like 2 weeks, I think 2 or 3 weeks before the contest, I get hurt. I had pain. I went to my physical therapist again, which I was anyway training with. But anyway, I went to my orthopedic surgeon. That's working with me. It turns out it's nothing bad, really. It's because of my flat foot. I had some issues with it in the past, and it's just like pain from on the tendons, and because my foot is in the wrong position, so it kind of puts more stress on them. Anyway, I was really pissed at that point because, well, I've been preparing, so I wasn't really taking this seriously, and so I rested a little, take out some painkillers, and get ultrasound on it done, thinking, okay, it's gonna get better, whatever. So I go out and skate, and I limp afterwards. Really, I start limping after skating. So it's like, fuck, I may not be able to skate at this event, right? But anyway, I had everything booked. So basically, last week before the contest, it was just like skating, going to see my physical therapist to get some ultrasound on it done. Then skating again, limping, going back, taking pain meds, whatever. And on top of all those things, I don't remember exactly anymore, but I get a letter from the Swiss government. So I was like, all right, it's fun. I have still some duty left to serve, right? And everyone in Switzerland has to. Every man, at least. They basically drafted me for crisis prevention. And so because of COVID, and I end up being drafted, and they wanted me to go right away, and I was like, fuck, what am I gonna do? So I started talking to my supervisor, people in charge, and skating is not actually a sport, as it's not looked at as a sport, unfortunately, so I couldn't kind of like make that a valid reason to postpone my duty, right? So I did what I could, and I basically made a deal with them to so basically it was like this. I told them I'm gonna find a job at this point, or at least try to apply, which was then another real difficult thing, but because I'm not actually doing regular military service, I'm doing civil service, which is basically you go into any kind of non-profit organization and work. So pulled all the strings I could, and but turns out it wasn't that easy to apparently it wasn't, or at least I was not welcome in, or at least that's how it seemed to me. I don't want to speculate, maybe because of my name, whatever, but nothing but rejections. So anyway, I end up not having a place to work at. A lot of times when I mentioned I'm skating, they were actually also implying that I may not be fit for work, whatever. So yeah, basically I got rejected for odd jobs, Eventually I ended up finding a place and it turned out to be the local ICU. So of course I end up there where I mean, in hindsight, it's probably the best thing I did, because that's really where they needed me the most. To put this in here because that's a big topic, of course. 2020 is COVID year. I just tell anyone, like, I was there and I saw it, and if you're skeptical about it still, just, I think anyone would lose any kind of doubts about COVID, like just being there like 15 minutes and seeing the patients lying there, and that's not fun. Young people also died. I've seen a lot of people die. That was shitty, but anyway, I found a place. It was kind of okay, so I left for just before I started my duty there, and so reluctantly, because skateboarding is not welcome in our house. It's just tolerated, which is a whole other story for another time. So I got there and I took a flight. I booked, obviously, as I told you, booked like 2 months before, and Maximilian and Claudia, the guys that took care of me and Fabian the first time around, they took care of me and him again. And at this point, we'd like to thank them, because it was really fun hanging out with them. They were super nice, super taking me seriously, being part of the event. Huge thank you. And at that point, I was like really focused. I was skating a lot, and I was preparing, and obviously with my foot and stuff, I was focused, but also in a weird way kind of tense, because of like, fuck, if I screw this up again, like how it's not like, no, not so much the external thing, but like it was more kind of a thing to prove to myself, actually, so that I could, like, you know, what can I do, and type of thing, and like skating in front of people or whatever. So yeah, I was focused, but as I said, like really tense at the same time. Like, it didn't come out as much, but you can see it in this clip that Yari rightfully so made fun of my awkward nod when I met him. At that point, I also did everything I could to minimize the pain after skating. I had pain meds with me. I was icing it, and then the day of the competition came, and I was skating my run in practice perfectly. I didn't make a mistake. I went to it twice, I think, and I was just confident. I wasn't sure, because I was feeling good about my performance, and alright, I thought to myself, this is looking good, you know, and if I couldn't like even win this thing, I could at least do what I wanted to do, which was basically the thing that everybody tries to do at this contest, you know, plan and prepare. And it's the shittiest thing if you end up not being able to show what you kind of want to show. They call out my name, and I go out as my music starts, and I, like, literally, this was the most focused I've ever was in my life. You can see actually in the video, like I can show it to here, like there was a flash going off, and even during practice I didn't even like notice the flash going off and stuff, and so I was like, music, go, right? So like in the beginning, as you can see, I was like really wobbly here, almost did a major step off in my footwork, but I kind of like still pulled through though. And one trick I do bail on, obviously, is like the easiest one to me. Yeah, I kind of catch myself after that with stepping off here, like, and then actually I was like so pissed. Like at this point, I was really like thinking, come on, man, you just gotta do it. Like, you came this far, you know. If my ankle gives, this was also something I felt like, if my ankle gives, just, it doesn't matter. Like after this contest, I may not be able to walk, like, or whatever, but just come on, man, just do it. Like, and I just see my land is only impossible, and then the actual thing happens. I just want to emphasize enough. I mean, everybody knows already probably. This was not intended. I did this in practice a couple of times, but it was, as I said, more so an accident. So yeah, I go into the no-look impossible, full force ride, and I think I compensated a little bit with my front foot. Whatever. I landed to rail. So this is a kind of a big deal for the people that are not so skate savvy, because I guess I was the first one to ever do it in a contest. because I've never seen anybody do that before. I actually did 2019 practice session. I mean, I think I remember. I asked Mike because he filmed me in practice, and I landed, but I guess it was like really out of focus or wobbly, whatever, and he couldn't find the footage anymore, but whatever. It happened then already. So again, I did not do this on purpose, so I end up doing the tutorial and I do it perfectly, right? So, and at that point, actually, in the vid, as like in my run, it felt like an eternity. Actually, like I was just landing, knowing like I was so ready to land this, right? I stomped down and I noticed, holy cow, I've landed this, right? What am I doing? Do I flip out? And then I decided, okay, let's not be that greedy, you know, at that point. You got lucky with this one, just land it 2 wheels and roll off, you know, go on with your run. Last trick, and then feel, I guess I also kind of, I remember not having the strength anymore in my leg, in my ankle rather, so I was really a little more wobbly. So yeah, I wasn't happy, as you can see. Like I remember walking out thinking, shit, I landed that trick and I've probably won, right? Second run was actually, the footwork was better in my second run. So yeah, what happened afterwards was then I wasn't happy with my first run, and I knew it would be my best one because I landed that trick, and then everyone was okay, I think, and everyone was like, hey, I guess you've won. I was like, what? You know, I couldn't believe it, and I didn't want to believe it because even though this was the rookies division, I didn't want to like take anyone for granted that put in the effort to come out there and do it. Yeah, I did my second run, footwork was better. Obviously didn't land to rail again, but did a clean no second possible there, and then the award ceremony came, and I was like, okay, did I really win? I couldn't believe it, whatever, and I sat there, and I was again really tense for whatever reason, but then they call out my name, and I get this. Christian handed to me. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, the best part about it wasn't like getting this trophy or whatever. It was actually, you know, everybody congratulating me and on my performance, and even Gunther came out to me. Shout out to Gunther, he's a cool guy. Also buy his book. Yeah, it wasn't a trophy, like it's a nice thing to look at and remember, you know, the event, and Christian, who's put all the work into this, and it was really like the coolest thing ever, like to see all my friends and people that actually know what the hell I'm doing on the skateboard, right? I can put it like into context, thinking I did a good job. That was like, actually, even if I wouldn't have won, you know, it's way more worth than a stupid trophy. And so yeah, this is kind of how I made my 2020 my year. And what came after that is like Tony at Offset supporting me. I mean, this happened actually a little bit earlier, but whatever. Coming through, supporting me. I like to thank him, and also right now Blue Tomato, that's been really good to me. The guys at the local shop in Basel, they were really stoked about it, and they were actually stoked about me freestyling even before they see me at a contest, whatever. Really love it. And also Rolling Rock in Aarau, Switzerland. They're this big sports center that has a skate park, or it's basically a skate park with a sports center around it, so you can do many activities there, and not just skate, and it's really great. You've seen it probably on my Insta posts, whatever. It's the roller rink I skate at. They were also really interested in working with me, and I'm now on their team too. So yeah, this is what kind of an event like this can have an effect outside, in the outside world, like freestyle. And with Christian, I'd like to thank him a lot for putting in this amazing effort, like this contest and this thing. So yeah, I'm gonna put a bunch of links in the description to the people that you should check out that support me now. And I guess thank you for watching my first YouTube video. I hope this is gonna turn out good. I don't know. So yeah, testing my new camera, by the way. Got a bunch of new cameras also, so gonna put this away. You have a nice day, nice existence. I don't know how to end this. Thank you for watching. and subscribe. We'll see what the future holds. Excited. Also uncertain. I don't know. Eurofreestyle is gonna happen, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, take care. I think I need a haircut.